Hello everyone. In last lecture I taught types of correlation and then methods to find correlation. So we have studied scatter diagram. Now in this lecture, Karl Pearson coefficient of correlation. So correlation, methods to find correlation, 4 methods: scatter diagram, Karl Pearson, Spearman rank correlation and concurrent deviation. In last lecture we have already discussed this first one, scatter diagram. Now in this lecture we will discuss this second one, Karl Pearson coefficient of correlation. So Karl Pearson coefficient of correlation is denoted by small r, and the value of r always lies between -1 to +1. The least value of this r is what? -1, and maximum value is what? +1. So we can understand this concept and categories of correlation on number line easily. So this is the number line and this is the starting value, this is -1, and this is last value +1, and between this is 0. So first condition, there are 5 conditions, in which first condition is when r equals to exactly -1, and last condition is what? When r is equal to exactly +1. So if there is negative symbol, then there is negative type of correlation, as the value of correlation is highest 1. So that's why this is considered as linear. In same way for +1, as this symbol is plus, so there is positive correlation, and this value is 1, so we can consider this as linear correlation. So if r equals to 1, then this is positive linear correlation, and if this r equals to exactly -1, then this is considered as non-negative linear correlation. Now if the value of r exactly equals to 0, this means this situation, then there is no correlation. Now the other thing, if the value of r lies in this interval, then we will say this is negative correlation, because all values are negative. So this is this reason negative. And if all values are positive and more than +1, less than more than 0 and less than +1, so there is positive correlation for this condition. And for this second condition and fourth condition, value of r lies between -1 to 0, and middle value is what? Middle value is 0.5. This is -0.5. So if the value of r lies in this region, means more than -0.5 and less than 0, so there is weak negative correlation. In that situation, there is weak negative correlation, as this value is towards 0. So weak negative correlation. And suppose the value is positive and this is in this interval, this means this is up to 0.5, from 0 to 0.5. So this means these values are closer to 0. So we will say there is weak positive correlation, because the values are positive, that's why positive, and because this is negative, that's why negative, and these values are near to 0, that's why these are what? Weak correlation. And now suppose the values lies in this region, this means more than -0.5, or we can say towards -1, and so all the values are negative, that's why negative correlation. And as this is near to 1, so we can say there is a strong negative correlation. Now for this reason, if the value of r is more than +0.5 and less than 1, but as these values are near to 1 and all are positive value, so there is positive correlation. And as this value is near to 1, so we can say there is a strong positive correlation. So there are two subcategories for negative correlation and positive correlation. One is strong and second is weak. And for this positive correlation also, one is strong and second is weak. If the value is nearer to 1, then we can say there is a strong relationship. If the value is nearer to 0, then we can say a weak relationship. And on the basis of symbol plus minus, we can decide there is positive correlation or negative correlation. So these are the conditions for identification of correlation type, and this R always lies between -1 to +1. And in next lecture we will see how to find R. So there are different methods of R we will discuss in next session. So I hope you understand this concept of Karl Pearson coefficient of correlation. So please like this video and subscribe my channel Ganit Coach. Have a nice day. Thank you.